What is going on, everyone? Riddick here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. We're going to do something a little different today because the weather is just not cooperating as far as getting down to the range. The range is an absolute disaster area after the weather I recently had here, so I got a lot of cleaning up to do, and things got to dry out a little bit too before we can get back down there. So the Barra 1200G pellet test is on hold for the moment, but that will be coming soon once I get that all situated. So today I wanted to do something a little different because people have asked. I want you to understand that a lot of viewers on this channel that watch my stuff already know what's going on. They already know what to do, but this is for the beginners out there that are just finding the channel, or you're still a beginner and you watch the channel because you're learning or whatever you're doing. Okay, this is for you. Okay, and that is cleaning your barrels. Now, I always say, you want to clean your barrels anytime you get a new air gun, and especially brake barrels, all right? And we'll talk about other styles of air guns too, but brake barrels especially, you want to clean your barrels right when you get them because it can be a world of trouble with your accuracy and stuff like that if you don't, because the amount of caked on stuff in these barrels that come when you buy one is crazy, okay? Now, what I have here aren't necessarily new. One is, one isn't, but we're going to take a look at this. But first and foremost, there's several different kinds of air gun cleaning kits that you can get. Me personally, because I mean, I've used hops with my firearms and definitely my shotguns all my life. So I like the hops brand, but that's kind of, you know, just again, because I like cleaning my shotguns with hops. I just love the smell of it. Now this doesn't necessarily have that exact smell because it's a little different, but hops does make a specific air gun cleaning kit. So that's what we have here. Unfortunately, there's been issues with people ordering these and like some pieces missing and stuff. So that's kind of sad, honestly. Don't know what's going on with that. But maybe go to Hops themselves. Or I don't know if they have a website. I have no idea, honestly. Or go to somewhere other than Amazon, because Amazon is just reckless with their packaging. And this comes in one of these kind of clamshell packages, so things can happen. You know how Amazon is. But yeah, hops, I'm going with that because it's tried and true. It's what I've always used with my firearms, and we're going to use it with air guns. Now, of course, like I said, there's all kinds of different various air gun cleaning kits you can get, so don't just hold yourself off to that. Look around, see what you can find. Obviously, they go from 177 caliber, 17 caliber is pretty much the same thing, up to 25, 30 caliber. Obviously, you can get standard cleaning kits once you're up in that range. But for 177 caliber, you want to. A lot of people have those, so you want to make sure you're getting a kit that is designed for such. And here in this one, all right, I don't have my one thing in there, but that's fine. In this one, you get some cleaning oil, okay? This is made for air guns. This is not the standard hops stuff that you remember, like that you use for your firearms. It's a little different formula specifically for air guns, so it's not gonna hurt nothing, okay? Then your cleaning rods right here, and your little push rod, which I like to use for the cleaning pads, whoops. All right, and then you got a whole bushel of cleaning pads right here with it, okay? Now, as I was saying, with brake barrels, you definitely want to clean the barrel, but you'll get multi-pumpers and stuff like that. You want to clean those barrels too. You won't be able to use a kit like this though, because I don't like going against the grain. So basically, I don't like going down the barrel to clean it. I like going out the barrel to clean it, the same direction the pellet or BB would be flying. All right, so with a multi-pumper, it's a little difficult, you know, to get a rod down in one of those, obviously, because of how they're set up. So you would maybe want to go with like a braided cord cleaning thing, okay? Because I have some of those too. But they make them small enough that you can get 177 caliber. They're real thin and whatever, but they're still a braided cord that you can, you know, put your cleaning cloth on the end, and the cord itself will even do the cleaning. Some of them have the little bristles and whatever, and pull that through, because I don't like going against the grain. Some people might do that. I have no idea, but I don't, and I just don't like doing it. So let's go ahead and put this together. All right, so we can clean a barrel. I'll show you how we do this. So we got that. Here's our oil, okay? Let's get a couple of these pads out and ready. And we're going to start out with the Crosman Vantage. With the Crosman Vantage here, this is the original Crosman Vantage with the wood stock, and a zillion, and I mean a zillion times better than whatever that Vantage Plus thing is. I mean, I can't with that thing, man. I really can't. Just, I get it. It's a cool idea, I guess, but it's just not good. It really isn't. Good old tried and true Crosman Vantage original. That's what we're talking about, guys. Just, yeah. And you got to be careful when you're doing this, because you got to hold on to this barrel. Some people don't want to do it, and then you could risk it springing back up. It has happened. It can happen. All right. So when you're going to prepare for this, one thing you can do, so that you're not pinching any fingers or anything, lay it down on the table after you've broken the barrel. In fact, I'm going to go like this. Okay. Set it here. Obviously, you can't see that right now, but you will in a second. Let's go ahead and open our oil. And we'll take like 2 pads. I like to take 2 because these are a little thin. So I like to take 2 of these. All right. And you don't need a ton of the oil, just a drop. That's good. You don't need a ton. You don't need to go crazy, because that's going to absorb into the pads. And then go ahead and start your rod like this, all right? Get a hold of the barrel. You don't want anything funny happening. So I'm starting it like that. You can see it there, okay? And now I'm going to do this. You're not going to be able to see it too well right there, but hold the barrel, and then we're going to push this through just like that. And I mean, and I've used this gun quite a bit, which also contributes to it being dirty, but as you can see, okay? There it is. And that's just one push through. That's just one push through. Okay? So let's go ahead and we'll do it one more time. All right. 2 of these. 1 little drop of oil. It's plenty. Let's go ahead and pull this back out. As long as you have the gun laying on the table and your fingers aren't in any kind of position to be pinched, you're okay. But hold on to that barrel when you're doing this. Absolutely, definitely while you're doing this. See if we can get that in camera frame there. There we go. It is a little tough to push these through, but you want to get them through there. And there we go. Okay. Whoop. And there it is. Okay. There you go. That's a second push through on the Vantage. Still pretty dirty, you can see, right? So they can be filthy. And then also with brake barrels, don't dry fire them. Don't do that. Like, I'm obviously not going to fire this, because with brake barrels and you dry fire them, it will destroy the seals almost instantly. I mean, it's nothing but problems. Once you do it, it's all over. It's nothing but problems. You may do it once and be lucky, but I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it, personally. I wouldn't do it. Why am I saying that? Because guess what? I learned from experience. And that's where a lot of what I talk about comes from, is experience. Doing this stuff. So take it from me. Do not dry fire brake barrels. It is not a good thing. Not at all. And then you're just pretty much up a creek without a paddle. And not much you can do about it after that. Next, since we were talking about the 1200G recently, that's what we're going to do next. And it's super cool because you can clean these barrels no problem, especially the one that you don't have it currently attached to the gun. So here it is. This is the 177 caliber barrel. All right. Now, obviously, if you're using this kit for a 22 caliber, I would put 3 patches because you want it to be a snug fit going through there. Okay. You don't want it to be so crazy that you can't, like you're forcing it, horrendously forcing it, because then you end up bending your rod. You don't want to do that. So, get it started like this, okay? I like to do it on the table where I have some kind of somewhere to rest my arms, because if you do it like this, you could slip, pinch your hand, because you are having to put quite a bit of oomph to get that through there. Again, you don't want it to be so crazy, but oh my God. Now this, I haven't used the 177 caliber barrel yet, and I haven't cleaned the 177 caliber barrel yet. So this is going to tell you right now, this is fresh out of the box. It's been sitting here. It has not been used yet. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how dirty it is in there. And I mean, that is dirty. That is really bad. Holy cow. So, and that's thick. Wow. That is crazy. It's all these Airguns, guys. It's not just one one specific company that's worse than the other at doing this. This is just every single one. So you can see why you would want to clean your barrels right when you get a new Airgun, because it's just going to mess with your accuracy. Your pellets are not going to fly as you want them to fly right out of the box. It's just not going to happen. I see a lot of people taking Airguns and testing them right out of the box, like doing full-blown testing. Taking them out of the box, doing some plinking and things like that, and just having a little bit of fun with it right out of the box is fine. But if you're going to actually do real testing, like actually do accuracy testing and not have cleaned the barrel, it's just not the best representation of the kind of accuracy you can get out of the gun. It's just not. Okay? And that one seemed a little tougher. I'm going to go with one pad this time, because that one seemed a little tougher than we did with the Vantage. So a little drop of oil. Let's just see what one pad does. Maybe I only need one for this. Oh, that should be any tighter or looser than anything else, but yeah, you can kind of spin it a little bit more like that. But yeah, see, you didn't really... I still say go with two, because we know it's dirtier than this. We know it's dirtier than this. So you really want to get the pressure in there to get that out. And so we're going to go ahead and do it again one more time. Okay. Something a little different today, guys. It's just tough to get out there to do any of the real kind of videos I'm trying to do. We will get back out there. It's just that time of year where stuff just sucks weather-wise, and it's like does not want to cooperate at all. Just enough to make it crazy. Not only is it wet and muddy and trees blown down and all this stuff, but then the wind itself, even if it is a decent day, has been absolutely dreadful. So you can't do anything when the trees literally are bending in half. It's so windy. Like, I can't even go out there because no amount of wind muffs on a microphone are going to fix that problem. So it's not even worth trying. And plus the accuracy isn't going to be a best representation of what it would be. So let's go ahead and do this one more time now with the two pads again. Yeah, see? Two pads. Got a lot more dirt out of it in the 177 caliber. Okay. So that is that. That is how you clean your barrels. As I said, with brake barrels, the way I'm showing you is probably the best way to go about it. With multi-pumpers, you want to get like a pull-through rope, pull-through braided cord or anything like that. That's the best bet for your multi-pumpers, and even PCPs for that matter. Some PCPs you can get a ramrod through. It depends on how they're set up, but most of the time, probably not. Especially because I prefer to go, out the barrel than coming down in the barrel. Just because, I don't know, I'm just funny like that. It doesn't probably matter, but I'm just funny like that. So, anyway, that's how you do that. Real quick, an update on the OmniStorm. That's right, the Air Venturi OmniStorm. Why haven't we seen more videos on that? Well... because it's garbage. It's garbage. I returned it. I can't take it anymore with that thing. It's absolutely just atrocious. I returned it. Pyramid Air is really cool. I've never once had to return something to Pyramid Air. I've always found a way to make it work, even if it is really bad, if it's garbage, or if it's just whatever it may be. I've always found a way to make it work or get the best out of it I possibly can, even if it isn't that great, because I'm just bound and determined like that. But I will say, I've never once returned something to Pyramid Air. To Amazon I have, but to Pyramid Air, never once had to. This is the first time where I've had to return something where I'm like, man, this just, I mean, my money could be spent better elsewhere, right? And no amount of fighting with it. It wasn't even right. There's some kind of weird thing going on with the pump and all that stuff not being accurate and everything else. And the amount of effort to break that barrel, even at the low setting, is just, it's unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. They say they're fixing it. They say that they're fixing that problem, but I'm not really in the mood to wait around and get another one and play around with that. I'm just done with it, man. I'm done. It was a cool concept, but I don't really care. It's just, I don't care, you know? It was a cool concept, not executed very well. That first experience soured me on it, and now I'm not going back to it. Maybe in a year we'll revisit it, but right now I don't care. Don't care. OmniStorm, no more videos are coming on it, guys. Sorry, not going to happen. We'll figure out something new to get. We'll figure out something different again. I know a lot of people keep bringing up the JTS Airstrike to me, which I have had my eye on. But there's some other ones I've had my eye on too. Some older ones, some classic ones. You know, I haven't done a whole lot of classic stuff on the channel. It'd be nice to dabble in that a little bit, go back in time, get some classic ones and dabble in that and see what we got, and put them up against the new ones, so forth and so on. Anyway, there you go. Clean your barrels, folks. I'm telling you right now, it's going to help with your accuracy. It really, really is. I know. You get the gun, get it out of the box, all you want to do is go shoot. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want the best accuracy out of it, do yourself a favor and clean your barrels, because it's going to make a world of difference. Okay? So, if you like this kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when I upload more videos. And with that said, I will catch you all down the road.